Welcome to the Occupational Safety Leadership Podcast, episode number 277. And in today's episode, we'll take just a few seconds and talk about public speaking. So, um, this is older Dave talking to younger Dave. As a young man, I did everything I could to dodge public speaking. I didn't like doing it. I felt very judged up there, and what I was so focused on was me. I shouldn't have been focused on me. I should have been focused on this is a great way to get the message out about safety. I really thought people were looking at the way I dressed. Back in the old days, had to put that in the foil on the overhead. The things am I pointing at the right thing? Did I skip a bullet or two? Because the bullets were really there to keep me in check then, to kind of say, all right, here's the topics to talk about. The bullets weren't so much more for the audience to just to literally sit down and read, because the audience can just read it, of course. The bullets were really more to keep me going. And so what I did, and of course all this is hindsight thinking and hindsight talking, is I lost a lot of great opportunities out there to talk about safety. It's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be, because as humans speak, anybody who's heard my podcast has heard me. I've done I've done a stutter. I've done things that most people would say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he didn't edit that out." Well, that's just speaking. That's how we talk as humans. So it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be polished. Now, if you need help, look for those resources out there. Talk to your boss. If you want to get better, say, I'm looking for those tools to get better. There's a lot of great courses out there, uh, courses that I wish that I was smart enough to take. You know, I didn't take any. I was just they got me enough times on checkmate. And then I realized, like, this is not bad. I don't know why that I've been dodging it all this time. Then, um, so take these opportunities, and not take these opportunities. Look for these opportunities. So all of us do really great things out there, but a lot of times we just kind of take it as, but that's just what we do in safety. That's just what we do at this company, at this site, and all that stuff. Then it's a great way to share your message. Look for these, not just your internal ones at your company, but these external. Can you go out and talk at conferences? Anything that you can find out there. Is somebody just looking for a volunteer? Somebody to come just, and um, in theory, when you talk more about safety, you get better at being comfortable talking about safety and all that. But if there's other opportunities out there, other hobbies that you have and things, well, pursue those as well, because that public speaking will also help you out there. So, with that, I'm just going to wrap it up today. I just wanted to say that this is probably one of the, well, I shouldn't say only, probably one of the very few regrets I have in life, is that I did everything I could to dodge public speaking. I probably could have got the safety message out to a greater audience, but I was so worried about myself. Stop worrying about yourself. It's uncomfortable for everybody. Just get up and do it and get it done. If you need the tools, figure out what tools that you need. One thing that really helped me out is that there was a person who wanted to see me excel. So I was able to talk to that person and say, so objectively write down things that you could say, think about these things to polish, think about these things to work on. And this was a person that was not trying to sit there like, this is going to be awesome. Look at all the dings I got. This is going to be great. How dare he try to excel in life? Just this was a person who wanted me to do great. So sometimes those people are few and far between. If you can find those people and say, you know, write down these things, help me to get better out there. And so this person's not trying to make you feel bad. This person is saying, these these are the things that I see you do that you could work on. And like all things, you can also choose not to work on it too. So With that, let's wrap it up. Episode 277. We talked about public speaking. We talked about how it's one of the very few regrets that I have is that I just didn't dive right in. I didn't embrace the discomfort. I didn't embrace the stress, the anxiety, and just say, I'm doing it and just get through it. So, with that, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Dr. David Ayers. Thank you and have a safe day.